family? Back at it again with another day of chess. But, you know what I'm saying? Like I said last week, this week is going to be a deload. And, you know what I'm saying? All our upper body parts, arm, chest, back, all that stuff, etc. So really, we just want to get into that. Actually, also, I wanted to tell y'all is I'm going to restructure my content on YouTube. My long-form content is really just giving y'all more personality of who I am and stuff like that, and also not like being repetitive of just like recording all my sets, you know what I mean? So it might be 1 or 2 sets depending on the workout. Most likely just 1 set. We just want to start doing that, 1 set, and then mostly just talking all my videos. I'm gonna try to get into that and just like transform. I feel like I'm getting like a little too used to like just recording all my workouts, you know? So I'm gonna try to switch it up for you guys and get more insight and more value, you know? That's what I've been thinking about this weekend. So we're gonna be talking most of our videos from now on. And also, what else I was gonna say? Also, the 1 set thing, I'm gonna just start doing that, just showing y'all my top set. And majority of the video, just posing and talking what I got going on in my life and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So it's not just boring, you know? So, yeah, we're gonna go ahead and warm it up. We really just gonna be doing 70% of everything for the rest of this week. Legs, we start legs back tomorrow, but anything upper body, we're just gonna do like 70% of that. Really no failure. Like I said before, like a couple months back, there's no point of going to failure. The purpose of a deload is for your body to rest, like your CNS and everything, just to rest, take away that stress from your upper body. Excuse me, so it can be fresh for next week when we start back the 5-week block that we do usually on our upper body. So yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and get started and go slap crazy. You already know. One of the questions I've been asking myself for like the last few weeks, you know what I mean, is like, am I proud of my physique? Like, am I impressed and stuff like that? Yeah, I actually am impressed. Like, I love the way my physique came along in such a fast time, especially like at week 14, not week 14, but 14 weeks out, or even 20 weeks out after I came back from out of town. I see my physique. I'm like, yo, the progress that I'm making compared to last year is crazy. So it's like, of course, I'm proud of my physique, but also in the back of my mind, I'm just like, bro, I know I can go further. I know I can go way farther than what it looks like, you know? I know I can push this to the limit. And then, but yeah, my physique is already killing my physique from last year. Even when I was in peak, at my peak at that time, it's killing me. I got way more size, holding on way more size. I definitely way more energized than I was last year by fixing those little small factors or small variables. Way better. But it's just like, I know I can push it to the limit. I know I can bring out the best physique possible that I need to. But yeah, I definitely am proud of my physique this time around. But I just know that I can take it to a whole nother level. That's what I know for a fact. Yeah, I'm excited, man. It's one thing that's really killing me right now, and it's literally my backside. And I'm not talking about my back, I'm talking about my hamstrings and my glutes. They're coming along, though. They're coming along for sure. It's just I'm getting really impatient. But I have so much time left, so it's like, I don't know. I don't want to be show ready before 4 weeks out. 4 weeks out, though? Oh, Lord. I already know it's... That shit gonna look crazy, cause I'm not gonna hold you, bro. That shit gonna look crazy, dog. I'm so excited to see that. But yeah, nah, I definitely am proud of my physique. It's definitely in this round. And like the discipline that I had this whole prep, it's like, it's crazy. I'm so glad I started way before, like 6 months. That 24-week marker, I feel like it's the perfect spot to start anytime you're trying to get ready for a show. 6 months. Give yourself 6 months so you can have leeway to make mistakes and then fix them and still have time to fix them. You know, that stuff. So, yeah. Oh, man. But yeah, I really am proud of my physique. I'm not gonna lie to you. I just think, I'm just not in my final form to the point where I'm like, You know what I mean? But then also I have the problem of comparing myself to people that's been lifting probably for 20 years, 10 plus years. Some hands guys, you know what I mean? Instagram is very, very discouraging, but you gotta always remind yourself, hey, stop comparing yourself to people, other people, and just compare yourself to yourself. Then also, you don't know what these people went through. Like, these people have way more strength than you, way better genetics maybe, or even it could be enhanced, you know? So it's like, all those things play a factor. So instead of comparing yourself to other people, compare yourself to yourself. And that's why I have to remind myself all the time, because it's easy to compare yourself to someone else than you compare yourself to yourself, you know? So I've definitely got to get out of that funk. But from like, what is it? Like one of the body parts that I actually grew from this last bulk, I would say is the development of my freaking legs, yo. Like, I've never seen separation like this before. Like the feathering coming in even more, the separation between the quads and the hamstrings and the glutes. Like, I never thought I had good glutes. So to God, I thought I just had fat. Never mind. Y'all know what I mean. But no, like for real, like I never thought I had like those like 3 parts really separate like that. And then my back. Oh my God, bro. Boy, when I first started lifting, my boy Hulk, Haitian Hulk, he had, bro, when he like flared his lats, it was like a freaking window just appeared when he did it. When he flared it out, it looked like he was like a Mr. Olympia. Like it was freaking crazy. I was just like, bro. Like ever since he showed me his back, that time when we used to work out, pause, bro, like I've been grinding that crap ever since. Like I've been doing 2 times a week of back, 2 times a week of chest. Bro's chest is just freaking huge, so he motivated me to get that. But that definitely, like the density is in my back is insane. Like insane, bro. I swear to God. Like, and then what else? I would say I'll say my back and just my legs for it. My chest definitely grew too, but like the best 2 body parts that definitely grew was definitely my back and my legs. My traps, I always had big traps. I noticed. And then also I'm starting to notice like my bicep peak a little bit. Like the separation is starting to come in a little bit more. Probably gotta lose like next, I say like 5 to 8 pounds. And I think we'll be there. I don't know. We'll see. If we need it. I'm pretty sure we're gonna be early. Get there early before the show. So if we need to adjust and go down more, just go down more. Without sacrificing no weight neither. So yeah. Let's go ahead and knock this last one out. And go to the next workout. I can't talk today, but another question I usually get typically is like, how do I adjust my training, and then also how do I avoid injury and stuff like that, right? Simple answer is just saying, listen to your body for, you know, like you remember like a few weeks back where I was on a hack squat and I couldn't even finish the workout. I was doing my usual weight and I couldn't even finish the workout. I did 2 reps. Thought about doing a 3rd one. I'm literally either contemplating between my ego and then I should listen to my body. So I listened to my body and I said, no. I backed away and I stopped and I did something else. Or I just went down on weight and then went back at it and did what the best I could do in that day. Reevaluated everything, came back stronger and still did it again the next week. So it's just about just readjusting, listening to your body, understanding what you got going on, and understanding what variables are you missing, you know? So that's a way I really avoid injury, honestly. And then also adjusting to like the prep and like lowering your calories and stuff like that, you just gotta continue doing what you're doing. You know, just do. Cause I didn't really change too much. I changed a couple workouts, but like the same set range, just progressively overloading all that stuff, still the same. Now, if I was hitting, let's say we on the lat machine, lat pull down, and I did 3 plates on each side, right, in the bulk, and then I'm coming down to a cut, I'm still gonna do 3 plates until I can't, until I feel like it's literally over, like too heavy. Then I'm gonna go down probably a plate and do 2 plates, and I'm gonna keep going down for like, either I'm gonna keep going down for over the course of 2 weeks, or I'm just gonna drop it down completely and then just work my way back up. You can do 2 ways. If you're impatient and you just really want to get back into progressively overload instead of testing, just go down all the way to a weight that you know that you can do at any weight, any body weight, and just work your way back up, literally. And then find that range, that good range. But it's typically, like, when you really go from a bulk to a cut, your weight drops down. It don't drop down to that extent. Well, for me personally, it don't drop down that much. It drops down, but it don't drop down that much. So if you was doing 3 plates, I want to drop down to like 2 plates on each side. That's crazy. It's way too light. You could do that eating 1,500 calories, you know? So what I'm saying is just like, when from a bulk to a cut, your weight drops down, but it doesn't drop down that extensively. So be mindful of that. And then also when it comes down to injury, make sure that you're just listening to your body, honestly. Just listen to your body. If your knees hurt, overly hurting, like it's like a sharp pain, stop. Find something else to do, or lower the weight. You know what I mean? Like, just one day. Now, if this is happening on a consistent week-to-week basis, then that's another issue that you have to address and see, like, why is my knees sharpened? Is your form? Did you injure yourself a little bit doing something? You know what I'm saying? You got to literally step back, evaluate yourself, and see what you're doing wrong, see what you're doing different. Because you didn't have this sharp pain when you was bulking, so why you have it when you cut, you know? So, stuff like that, that's how I really go about those 2 things, right? Ooh. Ooh. Come on. Nice slow walk, nothing crazy, you know what I'm saying? Just in here, just, you know what I'm saying? Just getting the body moving. That's all we're working on, how we're feeling. I wanted to talk about, like, when it comes down to like transitioning from a bulk into a cut, or a cut into a bulk, whatever you want to do. You don't never want to just jump into something. I did this before. I feel like I've done it 2 years ago, where I'll jump from a bulk to a cut. Like, literally, when I say that, I mean in the aspect of like going from 4,000 calories to 2,500 calories. That is the worst thing you can do, unless you're doing it strategically. When I say strategically, I mean the aspect of like you're doing an aggressive cut, but that's not something you're doing for the duration of the cut nor the bulk, you know? So if I go from 4,000 to 2,500 for 6 months, the amount of muscle I would lose, it equates to like you going out and doing like a wrestler's cut. I already explained to y'all what a wrestler's cut is. Basically draining yourself from all the water that's in your body. You know what I mean? Literally dehydrating yourself completely. So it kind of equates to that in a sense. Kind of equates to that because the amount of muscle loss you will get is substantial, because you didn't give your body time to, you know what I'm saying, hold on to it, get used to that weight, stuff like that. So you don't never want to just jump into a cut. Then also you're gonna be starving. I promise you, because I'm telling you, I've done it before. And even personally, me, I don't know, it might be very person to person, but personally, I don't think it's very smart. I think you should gradually get into it so you can hold on to as much muscle mass as possible. I would say though, it is better than doing a wrestler's cut though. If you were to do an aggressive cut and do it all the way to the duration of your cut, it's way better than a wrestler's cut, because I'm telling you, with a wrestler's cut, you're just focusing on just losing as much water. Like, you're really just focusing on the skill. You're not worried about maintaining muscle mass. You're not worried about how you will feel. You're not really worried about the amount of food that you're getting either, because it's like, once you weigh in, then you can eat whatever you want, you know. But when it comes down to like prepping for like a bodybuilder show or trying to just maintain as much muscle as possible so you can look good for the summer, I wouldn't suggest going and doing that because it's just not smart. I don't think it's smart. I've done it already. It's not a good feeling. It's not. So gradually, when you do get in your cut, gradually get into your cut. So if you start at 4,000, drop your calories now to like 3,700, and then probably week by week or whenever your weight stalls, that's when you keep going. So month by month, you'll go down to like 2,500, and that should take you about 4 months to do. To drop all your calories down if you do it month by month to get down to 2,500. Because you know what I'm saying, you just can't jump into stuff when it comes down to that. Because weight loss is slow, just as bulking is slow. Same thing with that. If you're coming off of a cut or a maintain, and you start maintenance was like 30 or 3,000, you won't just jump up to 4,000. You know what I mean? It's susceptible to putting on a lot of fat because how much the amount of food you're eating. You know what I mean? Stomach aches, constipation, because you're just throwing it into that. You're not prepping your body for it. Right? Maintenance 3,000. 3,200 the next month, 3,500 the next month. What is that? 3,700, 3,800 the third month, and then 4,000 right there on the fourth month, and you still got 2 months of a walk, and you're still in a surplus regardless the whole entire time. You're just not putting as much weight on as fast. You know what I mean? So stuff like that. You know what I mean? So when it comes down to like bulking or cutting and bulking, literally take baby steps into it and don't just jump into it. I promise you, it'll save you a lot of time and a lot of mental fortitude. Oh Lord. Another thing I started to start paying attention to that I usually don't, like for the last couple of bulks and cuts I've done, I never really tracked my water intake and then my sodium intake. So since we're getting ready for our first show, I thought it would be smart to you know what I'm saying, just look at it, right? On average, I get around 3,000, 4,000 milligrams. Is it milligrams? Either milligrams or grams. Milligrams of sodium. And then I was kind of worried about that. I'm like, the average human, or the average person is supposed to get 1,500 or something like that. But then I'm not incorporating all the cardio I do, the sweating, the exertion, you know what I'm saying, stuff like that. So now that I look back over, I think 3,000, 4,000 is a good range because you need sodium. You need sodium, you need water, and you need the protein. Because all those things make it easier for your muscles to convert it into energy, so it can add on to the muscle, right? Make everything soluble. So without the sodium, you won't have that ingredient that you need to put on the muscle with that salt. You get it. You understand what I mean. You need 3 ingredients. You need sodium, water, and protein. Miss one, the likelihood of it being converted into energy that you need to put on muscle is unlikely. That's what I'm saying. So yeah, sodium. Yeah, so my sodium intake be like 3,000, 4,000. It really comes from like the meats I be eating, and like all the stuff that come in packages. And then also I sprinkle sprinkle a little salt on my food when I'm cooking it. Mostly my beef. I just sprinkle it on there. Not too much though. Not too much. I do definitely do that because sodium is definitely very important. And then also when you're eating like a lot of processed foods and foods that's like come in a package and it's in the freezer, they're already full of sodium. I always keep that in mind. So you go get a Chef Boyardee or a banquet meal or something that's in a package, right? Those, they have preservatives in them to keep them fresh, right? So once you cook them, so if you put them in the microwave, they come out super fresh, like they was just made. Case in point, if you go get fresh food from the market that's not frozen and don't have no preservatives, they only last a couple days in the refrigerator. So that salt is what preserves the food, keep them lasting longer. You know, the salt and then also freezing them. So just all keep that in mind. Any food that comes in a package and that's pre-made has a lot of sodium. Like those packages with pre-made pulled pork or bacon or a lot of things that come in packages. I'm telling you, look at the package and see how much sodium in it. I'm telling you. So when you eat fresh food, that's why fresh food is less sodium. So I try to just pour it on there. I don't really eat processed food like that. really don't. The only thing I probably eat in this process is my mixed vegetables. And I mix all my vegetables, really. I think it's, I mean, though. I don't think it would be, but they don't last that long, so I don't think it's that much in there. I don't know.
It's not that bad. It's not that bad.
And now we're on some picnic. Last moment of the day.
I'm like, all right, look, guys, kids, I'll
What's up,
What's up, man? You good?
You know it, man. How you?
Getting it?
You know it?
Oh, yeah.
Thing I want to talk about is like how you deal with like your mental while you deep in prep, beginning of prep, whatever you want to call it. How you deal with something like that, like the hunger, the tiredness, the lack of motivation, and stuff like that. I would say what I do is just think of the goal at hand. You know what I mean? Like,
I feel it. I just had to keep my hands
that's what helped me.
like right at my chest.
I really want to win this, or I really want this physique. Like, that goes to my mind every single day.
On my shoulder.
When I'm hungry, like, okay, I gotta win this shit, bro. This food, bro, I already had this food before. That's another thing too, is like, you gotta think like, bro, we had this food before. It's like, it's not like you never had like, all this good treats and all these, you know what I'm saying, satiating food. Or like, you know what I'm saying, taste good food before, like a burger or a steak or something like that. It's not like you never had this food before. So it's like, you have to tell yourself like, bro, I had it before. I just miss it. I haven't had it in a long time. You know what I mean? And I feel like it's gonna taste way better once I get to my goal than me doing it before I even get to my goal. Ooh, wait, that was a fucking bar. Ooh, my trademark. That boy be spitting. But nah, for real, like, how I deal with it is for real, is like thinking of the goal, just understanding like, bro, I've been here before. Like, I had this food before. Like, I had that drink before, or you know what I mean? It's like, it's not nothing new, and I feel like it would be better for me to just wait this long period of time to get to that goal, then do whatever, go have that juicy burger that I really want, or those fries I really want, that milkshake or something like that. Like, it phases me, of course, but it's like, I'm not going. I ain't going for it. So, yeah, it's just like, literally think of the goal at hand. Think of the goal at hand and just keep doing what you're doing. That's what's gonna get you, bro. And stop depending on motivation. Ever since I learned the word discipline, like 4 or 5 years ago, 6 years ago, when I first got to college, what the fuck is motivation? Motivation is an additive. It's not a base thing. You know what I mean? Just like someone else can't make you happy, you only can make yourself happy. Motivation is not going to get you whatever goal that you're looking for. It's discipline. You know what I mean? And if someone comes into your life and adds on to the happiness that you already have, it's the same thing as you already have discipline in your life. Then motivation is only going to be an additive to whatever you're already disciplined about. Make you go even harder. So if you already had a 10 with the discipline, you're gonna be at a 12 with the motivation. You're gonna be at a 15 with the motivation. You see what I mean? So it's like, bro, fuck motivation, bro. Don't depend on motivation. Motivation is an up and down thing, bro. Your life, every day gonna be a good day. But discipline is a neutral thing. It's always gonna be there. I don't care if you're sick, I don't care if you don't feel good, I don't care if you're sad, I don't care if you're happy, I don't care if you're angry. Discipline is gonna be there every single day of motherfucking life. Discipline. Discipline. You need to put that word all over your room. Discipline. I love that fucking word. Oh my god, it's so good, man. Oh. Lock in, man. Lock in.
Come on, sweet. I was doing a spit water competition. So what you need to do when you work out, water your mouth, sit down and walk out. Oh yeah, they feel messy. You can make it through a set without laughing. The whole thing is you gonna have to. You a yeller, you keep yelling. You got water in your mouth. First of all, oh yeah, that should be like a guy walk around, have somebody fill it with water, walk up on him.
Crazy. Not really. Crazy. Woke up 2:17 in the morning though. New Monday low. Let's go ahead. Show it off. Learned a couple new tips for when we come down to the closing tip. Yeah, I see what they mean when they say, I be having my arms right here, I need to start, like I'm hugging a tree with my elbows. See that? That's the difference right there. That shit kind of tough to do. Man, coming along, chipping away little by little. Starting to see a new part in the back too. The Christmas tree, like right in this area. Starting to get down there. So we got a little bit more fat right here. So like 5 more, 8 more pounds. I think I should be there. But definitely here. See how I'm rolling my elbows? You see makes my back look lighter. And then my transitions I gotta work on too. So it's like here, turn, again. I think I need to do a vacuum. Right there. And then what else? I do my quad. Make sure here. You see that difference? Y'all see that gap right here? I need to come here, squeeze like that, and bend my knees a little bit, make my quads a little bigger. Right there. I think we got it. Yeah. Yeah, to make your quads look bigger, they say just squat just a little bit. And then you see this gap right here. Act like you're doing a gobble squat. So here. So they come in. That's my abductors right here. Quads, abductors, hammies. Right there. Pump the butt out a little bit more. Chest up. Out. It taught me how to do this too right here. I forgot how to do it. It's called mantis or something. I kind of don't know how to do it. I'm here to do rocking right now. Ouch. Yeah, that's it for today, guys. Got a little pump in. Started with the Deload beat for the upper body, and then we back at the beginning tomorrow with legs. Gonna be nice and fit. We go. Oh, forgot. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe too. Tell your peoples about it, cause you know we coming up. You know we all gonna do is go up. But yeah, if y'all got any questions, hit me in the comments.